let's have some 6 a.m. vulnerability, because it's 6 a.m. and I'm gonna be vulnerable. So I'm on day 31 of posting a video every single day here on the old YouTube lands. And it's been really up and down. It's been really inconsistent. Some days I'll post something and, I'll break a couple hundred video views, and then other days I'll post and I'll get like 6. Likes are pretty all over the place. Dislikes are kind of all over the place. Even stuff that I posted just thinking this will be helpful and informative. People disliked it, and, I'm kind of grumpy about the dislike bar in the first place. I don't think it needs to exist. It's stupid. It's dumb that the dislike button exists, because it just gives agency and room for people to think their musty, unasked for opinions matter. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't freaking say it. You know what I mean? Just keep it to your damn self. If you don't have something nice to say, keep it to yourself. And if you don't like a video, then just click out of it and move on, as long as it's not hurting anybody. I don't know. I think it's stupid. I'm being in my feels about it. Right before I jumped into the new year, I decided, when I was in my manic episode, that I was going to do a video every day for all of 2024. I pretty much decided that I was going to make content both here on YouTube as well as on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, wherever I post it, mainly on Twitch, that I was just going to have a good time. I wasn't really going to stress too much about it. I wasn't going to care too much about analytics. Obviously, I'm paying attention because I want to know, what people are liking, what people are responding to, what I should post more of, all that branding stuff that all of you can do it too girlies like to tell you that you can do it too if you just follow the things that they're doing. You do the thing, you post the tags, you use the catchy thumbnails and titles, and you use clickbait, and then you do all this stuff, and you engage with the platform, and you reply to comments, and you make videos at this hour, and you use these trending hashtags, and you go on for 15 minutes before, and you spend time on there, and then you talk to 20 people a day, and you log off as soon as you post something, and you don't go back on, because that's the only way to get views, and all of this stuff that all the video influencers like to talk about. And I'm word vomiting right now, so if you're still here with me, I appreciate that you're still here. And they tell you all these things that you need to do now. And I used to make a lot of content very heavily. This is something I dreamed about years ago. Back in the early 2000s, when YouTube was, mid to late 2000s, when YouTube was first emerging, I would make silly little music videos and little weird videos that I would post. There's old videos on this channel, but then I had another one that ended up getting copyright flagged. It got taken down because I didn't know I couldn't post Sony music, and I posted 3 of Utada's songs, and they were you're out of here, homo. So my account got taken down. I made a new one, and I've been posting very consistently for years, and I used to post a lot. I did a lot of Disney content. I did a lot of daily vlogs, and I had a lot of success with it. I think I used to think, man, if there was only a way that I could do this full time, I would be so happy. And I think I would love to go back to 24-year-old Jer, 23-year-old Jer, and be yo, you'll be happy, but there's also a lot of mental anguish that comes with doing this, because you're stressing all the time, always wondering what video is going to flop, what you put a lot of energy and passion into that no one's going to care about. And I am very happy that I get to do this. This is pretty cool that I get to do something that I really like, which is making content, and that I can kind of pay my bills. It's not every month that I can do it very well, but I can do it for the most part. Every once in a while I have to do something I don't want to do in order to pay a bill. I have to pick up something that I really don't want to play, or advertise a product that I really don't care that much about. But it's not that I don't like it, it's just I don't really care that much. I have to do those every now and again in order to make some money. And I haven't had to do that in a while. I should preface, I haven't had to do this in months. The last time I did this was with some dumb mobile game that I did not want to play at all. It was horrible. It's the worst mobile game that I've ever played in my life, and I had to smile and pitch it and be like, please, someone play this mobile game so I can get paid this month. I gotta pay my rent. You know, it's, for the most part, it's pretty consistent, right? And, you know, I'm really grateful that I can still keep doing it, but I've been trying to pay more attention because I want to grow. You know, I don't want to stay stagnant. I don't want to be at the same numbers that I'm at, and I see my YouTube analytics slowly go up. Slowly. Very, very, very slowly. I'll get like 1 follower in a day, and then I'll lose 2 the next, and then I'll gain 3, and then I'll lose 4, and then I'll gain 5, and then I'll lose 1, and it's just like I'm right back to where I started a week ago. And then on Twitter, it's the same thing. Someone will follow, and then within days, they'll unfollow again because I didn't follow them back, or I'll get all these follows and nobody engages. Same thing happens on Twitter or on TikTok and on Twitch, where it's like, I've got all these follows, but nobody really engages. So I've been like paying attention to analytics, and I think the bots know that. So I've been looking at TikTok videos of the "you can do it too" girlies. And I hear these people that have all this advice and all this stuff you're supposed to do. If you want to get, you know, seen out of the low views, you know, there's all of these people who are like, I'm a social media manager, and I'm going to tell you all about how you can increase your social traffic. And it's funny because I remember just years ago, decade, that I was making Disney videos. I could literally, with no effort at all, like literally go into MS Paint, take a screenshot of my video, and put in MS Paint, meeting Merida. Tag it with like 5 tags, like Disneyland, Princess, Merida. And that was it. And like the algorithm would push it so hard. I would get thousands of views within a couple of days, you know? And I dream of those numbers here on YouTube. I dream of pushing 1,000. And the last time I broke 1,000, it was just full of people who hated me and wanted to tell me constantly how stupid I was, which is fine. I don't care. Hate me. Give me some ad rev, you know? But, it's just frustrating because I feel like a decade ago, you could just naturally post stuff. You know, you could naturally make content and try and put something out into the world, and it would get seen. There wasn't an oversaturation of people that were looking, but also the tags actually worked. The algorithm worked. It wasn't trying to actively hurt you. Where I feel like the algorithms just together all across the board, they're all sort of like looking out to make money, which I understand. I don't blame them at all. But yeah, they're like all just out to make sure that the people who get views still keep doing it so that the companies can make their money and the influencers will stay there, and then everyone who's kind of smaller gets left behind. But then every once in a while, someone strikes it rich. And again, I'm like trying not to pay too much attention, but I just get, I get bummed thinking about the old days, how easy it used to be, that you could literally, with 0 effort, post something to pretty much any social media and people would see it. I remember being on Tumblr, and you could just scroll and see what everybody posted at the time they posted it, and then something with the algorithm changed, and then suddenly it started giving you ads and random timed posts. Like, you didn't even see things when they showed up, but it used to be that way. I remember when Facebook used to be like that. You'd see things as they were posted. Twitter used to be the same thing. And all of these pieces of social media that started out with such good intention ended up just going in the capitalistic route, where it's all about pushing pretty fit, charismatic people. And I don't think I'm like ugly or not charismatic, but I'm certainly like not the beauty standard that most people would kind of be drawn to. So my videos, I don't think, get pushed as much because I'm not really doing the thing that I think these companies want on their apps. They want to sort of promote a certain thing. And it's well known on TikTok that if you're not pretty, you're not going to get views. That's like a well-known thing. People have known that for years about TikTok. things have kind of changed that way with Instagram, and Twitter started to kind of favor that as well. So it's just interesting to me because it used to be so easy to get people to see your stuff, and I don't even want to go viral, you know? I don't want to be huge. I just want my art to be seen, you know? I want my work to be seen. And I'm not like creating the world's best content, you know? But I'm creating decent content, and I put it out there with the intention of it being seen, and it gets stuck in this limbo where people aren't seeing it. They're not engaging with it. And I just want to feel like the work that I'm putting out matters to someone. That who I'm creating videos for, that they're being seen, and that someone cares about it all. Through all of the muck of all the doom posting and scrolling and all of the bad in the world, that there's somewhere on the internet to go and just kind of laugh and have a good time and not really think too seriously about anything. And of course, I'm going to make content every now and again that's a little more serious, but for the most part, I feel like I'm creating pretty frivolous content, you know? And I just want to have, like, spaces that's what I'm creating. And I think anyone who makes something wants it to be seen. And I don't feel like my stuff's being seen. And it just reminds me that it used to be so easy that if I had jumped in and really put effort in years ago, I think maybe that would have been the time. But it feels like my time to get noticed as a creative will never really happen because I'm kind of out of my prime. I'm out of the really good spark moment that I had. And I don't know if it's ever coming back. I don't know if I have that. And I know that Tempest du Jour said you're never too old to dream, but I feel like I'm getting too old to dream. I feel like at some point I gotta wake up and be like, okay, here's the reality. And that's partially why this year I've decided that I'm not going to care too much about analytics or data or all that. Like, I'm gonna look and sort of just let it exist as the way that it is. But it's like, I don't know, it's like when you make dinner for your family and everyone's already eaten before you made food. And you're like, oh, I just wanted somebody to eat this. You know? That's it. I just wanted someone to try it and make sure that it was good. And then you, like, don't get any feedback on it because nobody's hungry. It's like that, you know, creating stuff. You just want someone to notice it. And anyway, that's where I'm at. Happy day 31 of 366. We got 11 more months to get through. And I don't know if I've got the stamina to do it. I think I'm losing my mind slowly every day. I think, what am I going to post tomorrow? What am I going to post tomorrow? What am I going to put out there in the world? And I've cheesed a couple videos. I've had a couple videos on backlog. You could probably tell my mustache is a certain length from when I recorded stuff because I've been sort of prepping for months and like having backlog things. Like, okay, if I don't have something for tomorrow, I'll pull this video that I had sitting around. I'll put a background on it, make a quickie thumbnail, and then stick it up there. So I've got some time delayed for me to make more content. Girl, it's just taking so long. But anyway, I'm gonna bounce. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I want you to comment the word guacamole with no context. That's all you gotta say. If you made it this far, the password is guacamole. Okay? Guacamole is expensive. And also, I'm thinking about doing like an armpit ranking video. Like going on Instagram, screenshotting a bunch of like men doing like the armpit photo thing and like ranking them. Because I think that'd be fun. I'm gonna do that. Let me know what you think. Maybe for February. I don't know. Bye.